I got a bunch of videos prepared for the next couple of weeks, but man, this article came to my attention and it is wonderful. Just the most wonderful thing that I ever wished for to come in this brilliant time of the year. Do you know why I'm so pumped? Let's see here. It's from the Mary Sue, check. It's about anime, check. It's about fan service, check. And it's about someone who got triggered by fan service, check. Seriously, if this isn't a recipe of a fun article, I don't know what is. Now, before we get into the actual article, let's ask the first question. What is the Mary Sue? The Mary Sue is claiming to be a website of geek culture for female, when it's actually a feminist propaganda website. Now, I don't know why would the Mary Sue name their site based on a writing trope that even the most horrendous fanfiction writers hate. Seriously, go ask a nearby fanfiction writer, even the crappiest ones you'll ever come across, and they will always say having a Mary Sue is bad. Because it is bad. It is a cancer in writing tropes, and the Mary Sue is cancerous to the geek culture journalism, the same way actual Mary Sues are cancerous into fiction writing. So why am I paying attention into this cancerous website? Well, because sometimes they're just way too funny to be taken seriously. OTP! If only the Mary Sue claims to be a satire, it would probably add a little bit of credibility. A little bit, but evidently not. The Mary Sue is not satire. The Mary Sue is just blatant feminist propaganda, and very serious feminist propaganda, by the way. We're gonna discuss female things in the most serious of manner. Except when hot men are involved. Rainbow Mika is horrible and deplorable, but hot Ryu, oh my god, oh my god! Guys, we all have decided that Mary Sue would not publish any more articles about Game of Thrones because Sansa got raped. She doesn't deserve that. She doesn't deserve to get her absolute butt raped off of her. Oh my god, look at these KHAL DROGO panties. How about this brilliant gem? PhD in GamerGate. What, you mean PhD in examining the corruption of in-game journalism? How about the corruption in your own geek website? Remember that time when you got tricked into writing nonsense? Overwatch Tracer has this really stupid post. It's one of the most problematic, horrendous, sexist, awfully unforgivable, absolutely deplorable, sexist, misogynistic thing in the history of mankind, and it should not be allowed anywhere. Guys, relax guys. We never actually give a platform to a known pedophile. Oh wait, yes we have. Hey, Nintendo, I would love to have a Rule 63 version of Link. No, this is not enough. Why are you doing this shit to us, you fucking sexist, you mismailed pig? William Shatner is a horrible, misogynistic, sexist pig, which is why it is an amazing decision for us to follow him. Yep, even Captain James T. Kirk himself is pissed off at the Mary Sue. Anime fans jerking off and kissing their pathetic weeboo shit. Horrible, horrible, dreadful. But hey guys, we got Dakimakura, so Podemeron! This wasn't even the first time that Mary Sue took a jab at anime fans. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is horrible, misogynistic, problematic! Guys, please guys, subscribe to us! We need your subscription! We really need it right now, or else our Alexa ratings drops into oblivion! What I'm trying to say is Mary Sue isn't exactly the best kind of geek website ever, so I highly recommend all of you guys to just stay as far away from them as possible. That is, unless they make stupid articles like this, in which I'm gonna have a lot of fun making fun of it. Warning, this article adds some links containing not safe for work content. Well, I guess that's fair if you want to write articles about fan service. So, instead of providing links to anime pics, I'm gonna show you some safe for work pics for you as I read the article so that your right hand leans into your dick instead of a nearby gun. You can thank me later. Every year, anime fans wonder why Japanese animation isn't being taken more seriously by critics. No, they don't. They don't care. They don't need people's acceptance on watching animes. Who are these critics you're talking about? Are you talking about you? Are you talking about feminist critics? Why would anime fans need the appreciation of feminist critics? What are they gonna gain from it? Why is unexceptional Western television given valuable print space while exceptional anime is not? Well, Mary Sue, you are a publication of geek stuff, so I guess that's a question that you should ask yourself. Have you posted any anime stuff as of late? Have you recommended any anime to watch to your readers? I've checked your postings on anime and you've mostly posted about Sailor Moon, all the way to February 2nd. That's 6 months, and most of the things that you posted were Sailor Moon stuff. You know that animes are not just Sailor Moon, right? Also, what magical girls taught me about being queer? I can't even.
And then the otaku struck their soldiers and go back to conversation about who the best girl is, whose waifus is trash, and how irrational anyone must be to stop watching a show as soon as female characters show some DNA.
The overall discussion of waifu is always in a joking context. When people claim that this character or this character or this character is their waifu, they never actually seriously claim that this fictional 2D character is their real life wife. Sure, there are cycles that think this is the case. But most normal human beings don't think like psychos. They don't seriously think that these 2D characters are their real life wife. Oh, speaking of waifus, I wonder who your waifus are. Or maybe your husband knows. Let me know in the comments. Who is my waifu? Sasha Browse. What? She's cute.
Anime has a reputation for sexualized ultraviolence on the one hand, or tentacle, and childish commercialism on the other.
Okay, what's wrong with any of those? They're fictional content. They're things that are not real. Animus are weird. It's a fact.
Here's a thought, maybe critics would be more enthusiastic if the face of animes weren't pro-GamerGate, anti-Ghostbusters trolls.
What?
I wonder how many people who were once neutral towards anime have developed an instinctive aversion to it, associating anime girls with anonymous entitlement.
Anonymous entitlement with people who are against corrupt game journalists? And people who are criticizing Leslie Jones? For insulting people? Not getting jokes? Feeding the trolls? And trying to dogpile people? The pro-GamerGate citation leads to this article by a former editor-in-chief of Gawker, Max Red. You know, the guy who said, how we got rolled by this hottest fascist of GamerGate. The article is titled, How Anime Avatars on Twitter Help Explain Politics Online in 2015. My god. These people are so pathetic that they consider opinions provided by people with anime avatars as the horrifying threat to our narrative. My god! These horrendous weebos with their shock of all shock opinions! Oh my god! It's not even the first article that links anime with politics. Brexit disaster, a great night for anime Nazis, Trump fans, and dudes who say cuck a lot. You thought that was ridiculous? Why getting off to anime porn is a shorthand for supporting Donald Trump. Oh god, help me. God. What the fuck is journalism these days? Oh, and speaking of anime Nazis,
here's another thought. Maybe that's not unfair. Maybe becoming the visual choice or misogynistic harassers is the unsurprising result of a fandom that has spent years normalizing the objectification of women.
These absolutely horrifying anime fans with their horrible, dreadful anime avatars bringing in the culture of misogyny and normalizing the sexualization of women to absolutely horrible, absolutely immoral. It's not like the anime culture has never had sexy men before. But people who are anime fans only consist of evil straight white males. Now, those are just fake cosplayers, hired models for dumbass straight white men so that they can take picture and fap to when they come home. You've gone too far this time, but I'm dancing on the Valentine. Oh, but those women are just there because they love the music and the scenery. Women will never watch animes. They'll find it problematic and deplorable with overabundance of sexualization. There's no such thing as a female anime fanbase. So, in what way is the anime culture not accepting to women again? In what way the anime culture is spreading out horrendous misogyny and normalizing sexual objectification of women? Fujoshis are a thing. Yaois are a thing. Women love hot boys. Animes have lots of hot boys. Do you see the connection now?
I'm talking about sexual fan service, the culture that surrounds it, and how we can bring our fandom in line with more progressive geek fandoms which receive more critical attention.
As if everybody who watch animes act like this. Again, we don't care. We don't care about being progressive or gaining critical attention. If being progressive means becoming like this...
Oh, no. Oh, we should film it. Oh,
I'd rather go back to the Stone Ages, thank you very much. You know, it's a little unfair for me posting about anime girls and knowing that 10% of my viewers are female, so I'm gonna do it for the girls. Alright, Fujoshis, get ready to wet yourself.
Step 1. Change the conversation. I say fan service, but let's be clear. Gratuitous sexualization pandering to the subset of fans who refuse to spend money on anime unless they see some boobs is a disservice to everyone but that subset.
Now, from this point on, step 1 is essentially a rant about fan service in general and women objectification in general. So let me ask you this. What's wrong with fan service? There's nothing wrong with fan service in general, both to women and to men. There's no excuse for fan service. It's just to please the dicks and your pussies. That's fine. Please explain to me how fan service is damaging. It can sometimes detract the narrative of a particular story, and that is a problem. But do you seriously believe that all animes suffer from this? Here's one thing that might shock some of my subscribers here. I'm not an anime fan. Or I wouldn't consider myself to be one. I enjoy watching animes. I watch a couple of animes. I like anime pics, but I wouldn't consider myself an anime fan. I don't have an extensive knowledge of the anime culture, nor do I have an extensive knowledge to the JRPG culture. I cannot judge whether or not animes really do have an overabundance of fan service because I haven't watched a lot of animes, and animes that I do watch don't really have that much fan service. Now, how can I not counter as much as fan service as other people? Well, that's because there are like thousands of animes, all with different goals and aims. There are animes that have a sole purpose of titillating you. There are those that serve to tell a really damn good story. You have the power to control what anime you should watch or not. I don't have to watch High School DxD. I don't have to watch High School of the Dead. I just need to watch animes that conform with my taste. I don't have to condemn anyone who enjoys fan service. They can enjoy whatever the fuck they want, and I don't have to care. Now, you can criticize the overuse of fan service. You can criticize that they distracted the overall story, but you cannot criticize it on the basis that it makes you feel uncomfortable. Now, if you feel uncomfortable with fan services, it's totally fine. Except you decide to use your platform to tell people that, hey, you should also feel uncomfortable. You should also feel the way I feel. You should be just like me. You should feel hateful towards anybody who do. There's shame to society. And I'm not kidding, this article does shame people for enjoying fan service.
You learn quickly that objecting to fan service will brand you as narrow-minded and worse, a feminist with an agenda. As if straight boys defending their boner fuel are unbiased rational thinkers.
Implying that you guys are unbiased rational thinkers. You consider pro-GamerGate as a negative. A movement to support journalistic ethics in video games is negative in your eyes. You are biased, you are irrational, and you are a bunch of hypocrites. And here's the thing, you can enjoy your Podammer and Dakimakuras and slop to it until it wets, but don't criticize others for doing the thing that you do. You guys are starting to remind me of Jet Whittaker.
Our sci-fi, fantasy, comic book, and video game counterparts have advanced the conversation around women's representation in geek circles, and anime fans should join them. Start from the premise that the objectification of women can only have a negative impact on the type of anime that is produced and the type of fan behavior it enables.
Then write articles promoting animes that are appealing to women. Seriously, Mary Sue, if you have a wide reach, Just tell people to watch this awesome anime or watch this awesome anime. This anime is empowering to women. This anime has some really hot boys with tons of fan service. If you do that, you will have women to watch animes. And if you have women to watch animes, you'll get exactly what you want. You'll get more women in the anime culture. However, you want people who read these articles to talk about objectification and representation of women and feminism. These are all completely off topic. You don't need to talk about these things to get women into anime. All I want you guys to do, you girls to do, is to love anime. Promote good animes. Talk about animes. And for the love of God, stop talking about Sailor Moon. It's not the only anime in existence ever. Now let's get into the second point, and this is where the article gets stupider, basically.
Step 2. Send a message with your money. The only compelling reason to objectify women in anime is commercial, i.e. if the creators think that the majority of anime fans will only generate profit for a show if they see boobs in it. I refuse to believe this is the case, but the only way to change this perception is to change the market.
I.e. only buy animes that don't objectify women. Okay, fair enough. Name one. Hello? Seriously, the article doesn't even bring up one. The article doesn't even specify what anime that objectifies women and what doesn't. The article tells the readers to watch animes that don't objectify women. Alright. Name one. Name one anime that doesn't objectify women. Name one anime that is pleasing women. This entire article seems like it's trying to drive people out of the anime culture. It cannot even name one anime that is not objectifying women. Well, to be fair, while it doesn't really name an anime, it names a specific fan base. The fan base is fujoshi, as in people who enjoy yaois. Well, fujoshis don't listen to whatever diatribes that the Mary-Sue say. The Mary-Sue doesn't recommend you animes. The Mary-Sue doesn't give you pictures of two anime boys making out. I do. So who are you gonna listen? That's pretty much the end of the article, really. So, in conclusion, Mary-Sue is trash. It's running out of traffic. It's a very blatantly hypocritical site. It's incredibly biased. It's pushing everybody away with its absolutely horrendous killjoy policy. It's a feminist propaganda fuel attempting to connect the geek culture with its toxic ideology by shaming the geek culture as a whole for liking things that they like and complaining that the things that geek culture like are not things that they like. I am sorry, Mary-Sue, but there's a good reason why your site is plummeting in traffic. You guys just don't respect us. You guys treat us like we're horrendous, awful human beings. You've managed to push everybody away and create a hug box of your own. The more you try to build in that hug box, the more and more people you drive away until there's absolutely nobody left other than you and yourself. What a fitting conclusion to a propaganda site. I hope you're all happy in your sad, lonely life. That's all for the video today. If you like this, you can go ahead and click the like button and subscribe for more. If you wish, you can donate to my PayPal or Patreon, and thanks for watching.